Hey guys, we are back with another video. This is our post Punta Cana vacation. We spent 7 days there. The week before and including spring break, so it was a great time to be there. But as we promised, there are several things that we would love to share. So if you are planning a trip to Punta Cana anytime in the near future, this is recorded in March of 2025, we believe that these are things that are vital for you to know. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to start it?
We can start.
All right. So the first thing, and I believe the most important thing, is how you're spending money in Punta Cana. They will always provide you with the option to pay in USD. Do not do that. Always ask for the pesos or the pesos equivalent, and you'll save. You'll save. They'll say, like, for example, 1 peso is 67 to a dollar USD, and they're selling something for $5, but then instead of charging 350 pesos, they'll say, oh, 200 pesos. They'll give you the local price. So realistically, if you're purchasing, if you go to a restaurant, if you go to get any craft items, any souvenirs, any stuff like that, and even in the supermarkets, they'll give you the peso and the USD version. So just take the pesos and you'll definitely save. Okay?
Yeah, so as he said, the first step is if you can convert your money before getting to Punta Cana, definitely do that, because they will rob you blind. As soon as they see you, they'll be like, oh yes, this is in USD. No, we do not want the US price. We want the local price. We want the pesos price. And something I would have liked to know before I went there is when you exit the airport, you're bombarded by people. Everybody is in your face. Do you want this? Do you want this? Are you going here? I can help you with this. But nothing is free there. Nothing, not even answering a question is free. They want money for everything. Tips. And them don't want a little $1 either. Them want like a $5, $10, them big money that they want. So if you can
organize your travel in a way where when you get to the airport, you already know who is coming for you, so you don't need to ask them anything.
Yeah, the person is already waiting there with your name. You can just go directly to them. That is if you're staying at a hotel or anything like that. If you do it like us, where you have a rental,
car rental,
if it is possible. Well, not even so, because we had to go to a specific place to then send him a picture, right?
Yeah, we had to
so we couldn't even tell him from the time when we landed at the plane, say, yeah, we're there, you can come from now. So even that,
you have to prepare it in a way where at least if the person is not there at that time, you have a way to communicate with them without needing to asking anybody for any assistance. Because as soon as you ask them for assistance, they're expecting you to pay them for that assistance. Whether it's where is Hertz or where is, it's not free. Nothing is free.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure. As it relates to their food and their entertainment, you can get a lot of things for the money. Like I was losing my mind. I wanted everything. So you definitely have to keep that in mind when you go there. If it's a case where you're packing heavy because you're like, oh yeah, I can't buy this there and XYZ. If you don't have to bring it, don't bring it. You can buy it there for cheap. You can try so many different foods, whether it's the local foods. By the way, you guys can definitely look on our channel for the videos of us trying some new foods from there. if you guys want to see some of the things that might intrigue you on your trip, yes. But aside from that, please keep in mind that although them say majority of the players speak English, that is a lie.
Big lie.
No, the only thing them know in English is tips.
Money.
Money.
Yeah.
They don't know anything else. So if you know and not even Spanish, Creole, for them Creole, that is what they speak. If you have to know that in order to say yes, you're going to fit in there.
So there's two sides of Punta Cana. There's a tourist side, and then you have a residential upclass side. The experience that we had was a mix of both. We lived in the residential upclass side in an Airbnb, and we went over to the tourist side for restaurants and stuff. We noticed that there was a significant difference in prices when we were on the residential side versus the tourist side. So my recommendation is to try to find out what you want to do exactly before you got there, because luckily for us, we had a full itinerary of what we wanted to do, and we had an idea of what it would cost us. And for those individuals who stayed on the tourist side, when they heard the prices that we paid for our excursion, they were absolutely baffled, because what we paid together, one person was paying
yes.
for themselves. So
we would definitely recommend doing proper research for any activities that you plan on doing in Punta Cana, just to ensure that the price that you're paying, you're not just jump at it for say, oh yeah, let me get this right now because it might be the cheapest offer. Trust me, there might be cheaper packages out there, so definitely take your time to look around just to ensure that you're not being robbed at any point in time. At any time you feel for something, I'm not sure how to put it, but if you feel for a mix of different cultural foods, you can definitely visit downtown Punta Cana. The pricing there is very nice. The people there are very friendly, and there are just a lot of different things to do. What's it called with the camera that goes? The 360 camera?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do tattoos there for those who, YOLO and stuff.
Bongo,
yes, you have Coco Bongo.
A lot of place, a lot of just downtown Punta Cana area. Santa Mulata, I think the first restaurant we went was. And the local food is another thing. The expectation for the local food for me was high, because I was like, it's another Caribbean country, the spices, the dices, the trices. Nah. We did not have a good experience with the local food at all. I had the sancho, whatever stew, and it was nah. The first night, the food that we purchased the first night, it stayed in the fridge for the entire vacation. And we threw it out on the day before we were leaving.
Yes, we did not, well, not to say we did not like it. I liked your soup, right? And we got a cassava chips with
avocado / guacamole,
and some pork bits fried up. That was chef's kiss. I really liked that, and I'm not someone to try something that's new, true. So if I do like it, well, you can take my word for it that it's chef's kiss. Aside from that,
I did love the
taco.
The taco was nice. We got that from Havana.
Yeah,
it's in downtown Punta Cana as well, right beside Santa Mulata. It wasn't pricey, but a very key thing that just came to mind was beware of the host. There are some people going around asking you to come here and purchase stuff here. We went to one that was very friendly to us, she was very nice. But then when we purchased the taco, there was an upcharge because they are being paid when they carry customers to a restaurant. So if they're taking you to the restaurant and let's say you're gonna pay 1,000 pesos for the meal, expect to pay 1,100 because an $100 has to go, 100 pesos, sorry, has to go to their service.
Yeah, which is not bad, but you know, it's always good to know beforehand. Aside from that, you if you don't want to use any cash, you don't have to.
Yeah.
For most places, when you're using your card, you can go ahead and swipe in your local currency
Or
and
pesos.
yeah,
it
just
gives you the
go
two
ahead
options.
and pay that from there. You don't have to walk with the cash if you don't want to. So that's something to consider as well. And ensure that you guys have your e-visas. E-visa?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
e-visa, it's needed. Not so much when you're leaving. They
Yeah.
never asked us when we're leaving, but when we're going there, they
Yeah.
asked us in Jamaica, and then they asked us
In the
twice.
DR.
When we were going on the plane, they asked us for it. Again, when we reached the yard, they asked us for it. So it's very important when you're entering. Doesn't seem important when you're leaving at all. We were never asked for it. Even though we still did it, and it doesn't cost. It's completely free. You just go on the government website and complete your e-visa.
Yeah. And as it relates to moving around, as I said, we rented a car. It was not that bad. I really liked it. There wasn't much traffic. Do not take his word for it, please. Listen to me. The traffic was not bad.
Here,
It was
not bad. I expected it to be better.
worse than Jamaica as it relates to the drivers. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Only thing Jamaica people drive bad.
Not
Oh
at
my
all.
gosh.
We are very smart with the road.
Mhm.
I've hardly find opportunities to complain nowadays in Jamaica.
Yeah, so
But-
no need for watch out.
In Punta Cana, it's a nightmare. A nightmare, and I'm not even exaggerating. The way how they just don't care. They need to go and they're going now. They're cutting lanes. They're doing what they need to do, man. So if you're renting, which I don't believe much tourists do,
No.
but because we had a lot of excursions and a lot of different places to go, it would be more, economical for us to do that. And we did. Most people take Uber.
Most people take toot.
Toot toot.
Yeah.
Three-wheelers, or some people take bikes, I guess.
Yes, bike. All 3 people on one bike. But as long as you're aware of that, when you drive on the road, you just know say you have to look out for them. As soon as the thing say yeah, the road clear, one of them that's a zoops right on either the right or the left for you, and just so look out for that when driving there in Punta Cana. As it relates to the water, we did not drink any water that was there. We bought a case of water for 1 week. We used it to wash out any cups or things that we had before we used them in the first place. Like, we just used bottled water the entire time. We've heard about a lot of people that are getting sick from the actual pipe water that's there. So
And the government website actually recommends not drinking from the tap. So we didn't use the tap at all. It doesn't make sense to use it. So prepare to buy a stock of a case of water. And constantly use that for everything you do. Your heating water, for tea, your washing dishes, everything. I do have to shout out the Jellyfish restaurant. That's the name. I think we got the best meal there. Right?
I'm wondering if because the food are so familiar that we didn't try anything out of the ordinary.
But that was a good thing, because the first night was a disaster. The Jellyfish restaurant will have things that you are aware of.
Very expensive.
It's
Very
expensive, but the
expensive.
food was good. We enjoyed our meal. We ate that off completely. And they have a good scenic view as well. So you get a good experience.
The view is nice. Y'all can take a lot of pictures there. Like it's by the beach, They have some nice little shell decorations around the place. The service, top tier. They definitely checked on you to ensure that if there was anything that you might need or anything like that. I would definitely say it's a fancy place, so please dress nice. You're up on vacation, dress nice. You're not gonna go and say, yeah, wear a joggers and
Or
a t-shirt.
swimsuit.
Yeah. So just dress nice. Do a little something, something.
No, Bavara Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We had a difficult time gaining access to Bavara Beach because the map is directing you to go through the Bavara Resort,
Mm-hmm.
but you should actually take the road beside the resort and then go into the playa. They call it playa.
Playa,
Big B something playa.
Playa Babajwa.
Paba, yeah, whatever that is. You're gonna pay 300 pesos to park,
Mm-hmm.
and that's for however long you want to park, and then you can walk the entire stretch of the Bavaro Beach. Beautiful beach,
Yeah.
nice, spacious. You can swim, you can chill. There are some little places there that you can buy stuff from, but they are basically you are on the same beach as other hotel guests.
Yeah.
So you can't sit down on the chairs. You can't. There are some limitations. Just say there are limitations. So when you see like a hotel nearby, just be cautious because the security guards will come to you and say stuff to you. But it's a very nice beach. You can chill on the beach for the entire day. I'm not sure if you can get on excursions from there. We did see an advert with a
Yes,
number.
they do have shops there that you can definitely go up to. You can get information about the excursions. You can pay for them right there. I'm not sure if it's a schedule in advance thing or you do it same day, but that's definitely something that you could keep in mind if you don't want to do any research there on the internet before going there. As it relates to the souvenirs that are there, I would definitely recommend just checking a mall anywhere around.
Check it. What's the
Punta
name?
Cana.
The Downtown Mall.
Yes.
The Downtown Mall was very nice.
I don't remember her store's name. Oh my god.
And I said I would remember it.
Yes.
But it's
It's on the ground level.
ground level where the supermarket is on the upstairs level. So yeah, there's a nice souvenir shop. Just ask anyone there for souvenir. Take out your phone, translate souvenir from English to Spanish, and show somebody. It's a fish. And they'll be able to show you where that store is. A very nice. You see it again? See that again?
It's a lot of them.
But yeah, it's a very nice store. We purchased everything is like 100, 150, 200.
Yes.
Everything.
And
basically.
when we asked at Bavaro Beach for it, how much US dollar them
$10
tell you?
USD for the same item I paid 200 pesos for at that store. So
Yup.
it's as I said, big contrast between the residential Punta Cana side versus the tourist side.
Yeah. And as it relates to the activities, let's talk about the first one that we did. Let's talk about El Dorado Water Park. So for that one, we did general admission for $129 per person. Yes, and we spent the entire day there. I believe it opens at 10 and it closes at 5 p.m.
Not 6 p.m.
No, even though the sign says 6 p.m. and 5 p.m. it locked done.
And when they close, they're closed within minutes.
Yeah, like them not take long for shut down, nothing. Everything just abruptly come to an end. That is money well spent.
It's not expensive, guys, for what you can do. You can. We can talk about it in more detail. You can go on you can kayak, you can zip line. There's 1, 2, 3 slides on one side. There's a little kiddie section. There's the cyclone, the tragame. You have the lazy river. You have this big area with a fountain that you can just chill and swim around. I don't think it's deep enough.
There are a lot of activities that you guys can do at El Dorado. You can definitely check out our channel for the views that we took of El Dorado, just to see if it's something that you're interested in, you know, to get the adrenaline pumping and everything. But I definitely think that it's worth the money. You can book it directly on their website.
Yes.
So don't book it through no travel agency, please. It don't make no sense. You pay so much money. Yeah, that is it. Aside from that, we did go to Sawana Island.
Beautiful, absolutely.
We paid
stunning. We paid $85
per person. There was somebody else, I don't know where she booked it. She paid what? $170 for one person. I remember say we pay $170 for two away. Anyways, that's first red flag. Second red flag, for everything with them up on the boat. So you see if them come sooner with the hat. The hat alone
The
come
hat,
to with
yes. Our
yeah.
pictures.
Our pictures. The money.
Yeah. Tell them no gracias.
Yeah,
no gracias.
No. Not one photo, but for all the photos that you take on the boat, I think that is like $100. Yeah.
They want it's like a package for them.
And for the hat, it's $5. I'm not saying if you have your money, you spend it how you want.
Yeah,
but
it's a good souvenir, but I don't think it's worth it.
It's not worth it, and the fact that they spring it on you,
they come to you like this and they say,
yeah, they say everybody gets a hat. You get what I mean? And then all of a sudden 5 minutes later, they might come around for money. $5, but you still at 300 pesos. No, I'll pay in pesos. That's fine, and that is just because I wanted it as a souvenir. But aside from that, most people just gave it back. So
most people gave it back. Like,
don't feel afraid if you say no. Me no bother want
no gracias. Take it off, give it to them, go. Be
simple.
Gone. On the island, when you reach to Sawana Island.
No, before Sawana Island, the first one. No stop.
No, it's a private island. We can't go on the island, but we stop in the water off the coast of the island. Yeah,
that is very nice. You guys can come off the boat and you get to swim and just interact with everybody else that is there. You don't necessarily have to only interact with the people that came on your boat. So if you're a very friendly person, you know, you can mix, mingle, and just get to know people, of course. And that was definitely fun. If you cannot swim, I definitely recommend you learning before you do it, because it is very deep. Yes. Him that top was my journey the entire time.
Yeah, I was drowning.
Anyways.
Thank God Tashela saved me.
Anyways. We didn't spend long there. I think we spent around 30 to 45 minutes there.
But let us explain though why it's deep. The boat can't go too far in, so they let you off out in the water to just enjoy it, because it's a beautiful place. So to come off the boat, you have to jump in the water, and that is, you know, deep. So either you buy a life jacket off Shein or Amazon and take it with you, or you learn how to swim, which is the best. That's nice, huh?
But please note, yes, I see it. It's nice. They have a resort over there.
Ooh, okay.
Please note that you do have the option of renting a floater from the, what do you call the people when they up on the boat? From the crew. Right? You can rent it. I believe it was $15 US. You see the people that get pulled in? Me never that pay that.
Nah.
Me sorry. Me sit down out there and joke.
I'll struggle, I'll struggle. Me fight till me can swim.
Nah, go so. But yeah, that was very nice, and you know, we took that long. We were on the catamaran. That is what we took to Sawana Island. So you can either have the speedboat to or from, but not both. Yeah,
and remember, when you're purchasing the ticket for the trip to Sawana Islands, don't purchase it from a third party, because that's how you'll pay more. Try to purchase it from a site that from the catamaran side, right? I think
the
that's
main point is do not pay more than
85.
If you're gonna use a third party, use the third party where we use. But if you're not use a third party and you look for the cheap actual price for it, don't pay more than that, but just go and do some research. We don't know the exact website for it as yet. We did see, based on the wristband that we got, I think it was 2,500 pesos for it,
which is like $70, $60 US, $50 US thereabout.
Exactly. So you can definitely try to find, you know, do a bit of research, as I said before. as it relates to the food,
2 out
they,
of 10. 2 out
they
of
ain't
10.
got nothing on Jamaica is all I have to say. So yeah, y'all can take that as is. I did enjoy the pork, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was like a grilled pork something. They did good with that.
Yeah.
Everything else, they gave us some cabbage that was like, I don't know, tough.
It's buffet style, so pick up anything where you feel like say you want it.
The
yeah.
pasta, there was one that I don't know what that is. But I don't know. But anyway, you go on the island, you get buffet style food, you get unlimited drinks, which is gonna be Coke or water, and
or Coke and rum.
or Coke and rum, or you can buy coconut. A coconut was selling for I think $15 for you know, they'll shave it and give it to you. You can take food. A video that we saw before we went there said that she recommended people to take food, you know, take things that you like to eat. I guess she didn't want to say that the food was rubbish,
or just because of the long boat ride to or from, you might need something to eat. So I had Doritos, and I was already drinking the liquor and Coca-Cola, so I did not drink anything else, and I had water as well in my purse. I think we bought what, 3 bottles or 4 bottles, so we were good on that front. And after Savannah Island again, they want money. So after the picture them, wait, after you done eat your food at Savannah Island and everything, you have everybody come to you and say, oh yes, we're selling this
massage rock.
Yes, they're native rock. They want money everywhere you go. You see, if this man come to the bus with him parrot and him monkey and answer to something, you're not business. You don't want to hold him, you don't want a picture, you don't want nothing.
He just came though and just placed it on you though. He just come.
Money.
All right.
Money.
I took a picture and he was like, "You're not going to pay me for the picture?" Well, he did speak good English though. He was one that spoke very good English. But yeah, I was like, no, let me delete the picture. But yeah, everything you just understand this. Very fundamentally important for you to understand.
Everything costs money.
Everything costs something.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's like that in Jamaica. I believe that we are a friendly and open country that is, you know, want to show people our culture. You know, we love our culture so much. We love the food and what we stand for. So we try to, you know, let them embrace it and enjoy themselves. But out there in Dominican Republic, in Punta Cana, it's for sale. It's for sale. It's something that you should purchase. And everybody is rich. They have machines for Apple Pay. They have things to swipe cards. They come to you and they want to give you a massage, $1 per minute.
Yeah.
I guess. So be mindful. They're not demure. So you need to be mindful of the fact that they will charge you for whatever service that they're offering. Anything. The National Rock was a big thing though. There were so much of them selling that there. It's beautiful. It can endure fire.
That's all we know about it actually.
Yes, and it's around fake metal that will rust.
Yes, the metal itself, not good quality. The stone, very pretty, very durable. I really like it and everything.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And please try to ensure that you guys don't miss your transportation back. Like, we saw a lot of people just ignoring the fact that their crew members were actually calling them to let them know that the boat was ready, and they were just stranded there trying to get transportation from somebody else. So that is always a possibility.
Yeah.
Please keep that in mind.
But it's a beautiful place though. I tell you, man, you get so much nice pictures.
Yes, Savannah Island is very pretty, but don't let that trick you, because when you're on your way back to shore, they again want money. They want you to tip everybody that was in the crew carrying you back. And please note,
they stop like 3 or 4 kilometers offshore.
Yes.
In the open ocean,
asking
cuts the engine.
Yes.
And then ask you to tip the captain. Crazy. And they're like, hey, chica, chica, chica. Hey, thank you, top captain, for taking us home, let us go around and tip the captain out. And then this guy walks with this thing, going to everybody. And this girl in front of us was so pissed. This guy was like, "Oh, they're gonna leave us here in the ocean."
Yes, if we don't give them the money.
And it is intimidating because you're seeing land, but you're like still in excessively deep waters, and you're like, Jesus, if we don't pay, we won't get to land.
Lock up the boat and everything. The captain gotta collect money. Oh gosh. So that was something. That was definitely
That was
something.
shocking.
It done this, so we come off of the boat and everything. You now want to use the bathroom. You have to pay to use the bathroom. Not even the bathroom free.
$1.
You have to pay for use the bathroom. You have to pay for get tissue. Like
Yes,
brother.
you have to, I think you pay. I think the tissue and the soap come in hand because the lady has the tissue. She give it to you and then she presses the soap in the next hand. So yeah, that's a cost. That's $1 US. So it sounds cheap, huh? But yeah, guys, it all adds up, man.
I get the hustle, but like, damn,
it's crazy.
Give me a break.
And the restaurants nearby, if you ask them for a restroom, they're directing you to the one where you pay. They're not sending you inside to use their restaurant. But fish them on this side again. We up this past the Bobby.
We can go in after this
one. What else? What else now? So we covered Bavaro Beach.
Ensure that you buy your tickets online for Coco Bongo. They sell out quick.
Yeah.
Yep. That's definitely something to keep in mind if you plan on going there.
Yeah. Have an itinerary, have a plan for your days. Bavaro Beach is very nice. Jellyfish, Santa Mulata, and check out the tourist side of the restaurant. Jellyfish is on the tourist side of things. I don't remember the other one where the last one we went to. They had a karaoke night.
I don't remember that one. No.
The food wasn't great for Tashela. She had lobster there and she didn't like it. My food was lovely though. What did I get? Pasta? Pasta with breaded chicken or something like that. But yeah, guys, I think that's really it. Just stay on guard, be aware, be mindful that they're trying to get money out of you.
Yeah.
But outside of the negative, it was a fantastic experience. Soana is beautiful. El Dorado was amazing. We had so much fun there. Oh, please remember, vitally important, that the sun is excessively hot.
Jamaica, sunscreen.
Jamaica is hot, but there is the sun is different there. It's a different breed. You need sunscreen every 25 minutes. You will get burned. No matter how dark you think you already are, you are going to get even darker. You are going to be burned.
And they are our aid of Jamaica. So that's nice.
Yeah, they're AST time zone, so it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your trip to Punta Cana whenever you decide to go. If you have any further questions, anything that you'd like clarity on,
put them in the comments.
Yeah, just drop it in the comments and we'll reach out to you within 24 hours, man.
And we hope this was very helpful. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, y'all need any help, y'all can just let us know, and then we'll be able to reach you as soon as possible in order to assist you with that, okay?
Yep.
Awesome. And don't forget, like
and
comment,
subscribe,
and click that notification bell.
Yeah, and share to your families and friends. All right, it's lunchtime now.
Okay. Toodaloo.